With all these lockdowns, I'm sure your passport hasn't been getting much action, but mine has. So here we are, the 2022 Honda Passport TrailSport. This truck is absolutely beautiful. It comes with black leather seats, orange stitching, and if you look at that interior, you're going to see that TrailSport badging or logo, which makes it a nice sporty feel. And as I step into this car, it's got a pretty good step, which means I'm sitting high up in this on the road. I'm going to feel super comfortable knowing that I could see the road, I could see everyone in front of me, behind me, and it just has a great feel. So here we are. We're going to start this car up. Nice start. So it looks, we got adjustable seats. Looks like we have 2-position memory. So whether it's you, your spouse, or child driving in your home, 2 different drivers, you're able to preset that so that when you get in the car, and just to note, each one of the keys comes with a number. As you can see, this one says driver 1. The other remote would say driver 2. So whichever remote comes out to that vehicle, that seat will preset itself. Mirrors will adjust, seating, and even the steering wheel. Oh, nope, not the steering wheel. This is a manual steering wheel, so we have a lever on here on the left. And just for the record, I don't want you guys to contradict or say anything about my product knowledge, but this is actually the first time I'm sitting in this vehicle, so I'm really just going to talk about what I see. We got heated seats on both sides with 3 different settings. You got low, medium, and high. Nice large screen. Vehicle comes equipped with Apple CarPlay, which I think now is a standard on most Hondas, as well as other vehicles. There's no longer a need to have navigation in the vehicle because you can simply connect this to your phone, and it'll display most of the apps that you use on your iPhone or your Android. So, for example, I use Waze a lot. I'm able to stream Waze right through the screen. What I love about Waze, very accurate. It'll adjust your route depending on how soon or quicker it can get you there. It'll also let you know if there are police up ahead. Not saying we encourage speeding, but sometimes we are. Just one of those little simple alerts that you get on your Waze system. Steering wheel is nice and thick. I tend to like a thicker steering wheel. It's got that orange stitching as we go around the steering wheel in here. One thing I didn't like in the beginning, but I quickly got used to, was this digital shift here. So we're in park right now. You can simply hit the button and you're in drive. I'll tell you what I didn't like. So let's say I was going to do a U-turn. I'm in drive. I have to now put that car in reverse, and you have to wait for the vehicle to acknowledge that it is in reverse, because I've been in situations where I thought the vehicle was in reverse and I'm still in drive. So just something to be aware of. I got used to it, right, like everything else in life. You also have a dock to charge your cell phone, and I think this is also super important. I tend to have issues like everyone else with cables, right? Those cables stop working. You got to start playing with it. Not something you want to do while you're driving. So the fact that you have that charging pad, you simply lay your phone on there, and that will charge your phone. Power sunroof. One touch goes all the way. If I wanted to just pop the center, you'll just hit the button and it'll tilt that sunroof so that it can just let a little bit of air into the car or ventilate it as you're driving. To close, just push forward, and yep, we're closed. So what else do we see? Nice compartment here to store different things. Women, you could put a small bag in there. Men, you could hide your weed. Psych, we're going to edit that out. We're not going to say that. Or maybe we will. Our videos are not intended for children. They're intended for adults. And we do like to throw a little bit of humor in here. So we won't edit that one out. What else do I see? So real simple. Power windows are right on your very comfortable feel, so I'm currently sitting back in my chair and my elbow sits comfortably on this armrest. It's one of the first things I check when I look into a car. Sometimes these armrests are a little too forward, so my elbow seems to stick up a little bit. This is very, very comfortable. Memory seating, we talked about that, 2 presets. Power mirrors are right here on the left-hand side. We also have our parking brake. We have our lane change assist. Our release for our trunk and our gas are right here on the door. So you just lean forward a little bit and you could simply release that gas tank when you stop at the gas station. If you live in a state like New Jersey, I never have to step out of my car to pump my own gas. I love it. My hands don't smell like gas. I'd rather spend 5-10 cents more a gallon just to have that convenience. But New Jersey prices tend to be cheaper anyhow. Your hood release. Your hood release is right by my foot there, my left foot. It's right against the wall. And we also have, this is a great feature, right? We have a old school cigarette lighter type outlet, but we also have a USB outlet. So I don't have to worry about a plug. I could simply just plug my iPhone, or if you could use a laptop or an iPad. Again, not for the driver, for the passengers in the back. Really, really cool feature. Sunglass holder, right? Oh wow, they took the mirror off. So Honda used to have a mirror here so that you would be able to see, let's say if you had small children, you could see what they're doing in the back as well as look in your rearview mirror. But they took that feature away. Not sure why. Just trying to maybe cut cost a little bit. Or maybe in this current time, maybe this is difficult to get now. So they figured they would eliminate it and people won't miss it. You also have 3 these buttons that are below your mirror. Okay, these are like for garage door openers. So if you have a garage at your work, you have a garage at home, you could preset those buttons so that you can open up that garage right here from the car. You simply press the button and it acts as a remote. So cool feature. Now we're going to jump into the back seat just to see what things feel like back there, and then we're going to take this for a ride. So here we are in the back seat of the 2022 Honda Passport TrailSport, and feels good. I will say this, and maybe it's just what I'm used to, but I kind of feel like my knees are slightly elevated, which means that for me, I don't think the floor is deep enough or the seat is high enough. So that's one negative I will point out. And again, on our videos, we don't just talk about what's good. We like to tell you what we dislike, and not to sway your opinion, but just some of the things that we look at when we're sitting in the vehicle. I happen to have a 2021 Honda Pilot that has captain chairs that is a lot more comfortable than this is. And maybe it's just the captain chairs, right? But my head space, I have plenty of room. I'm 5'9". I probably have, I'm going to say 6 inches to the ceiling. So if I were 6 inches taller from the torso, or 12 overall, I would be okay. So I don't think it's a problem for even a basketball player. But that might be a joke. 60-40 split. Actually, yep, 60-40 split. So what that means is 60% of this seat will fold, or 40% of this side would fold, right? Giving you the option to, let's say, carry 1 passenger back here, or carry 2, depending on what you're carrying as far as cargo. We're going to jump to the trunk real quick. I know I said we're going to take a drive after the back seat, but I want to check out the trunk, because that's very important. So here we are, and just give me 1 second. I want to, well, come on in here. So, very, very roomy trunk, right? This latch indicates that this goes deeper. Usually, we have you could throw headrests back here if you want, jumper cables, groceries. And the fact that it's plastic and it's got that, if you come in here, I could take this 1 step further, right? not reading in the brochure, but I'm going to say possibly this might be a mini cooler, right? It seems insulated, so if you're tailgating, you could throw some ice in here and throw some soft drinks. Good place to put that. What else do we have? So, simple release for these seats. So as you see, this seat button here, this will easily, now watch that seat go down. It's easily just going to drop that seat. So, you know, a lot of times you had to reach over, climb into the trunk to pull a latch that'll fold it over. But the fact that you have that simple button, it releases that. You also have a 12-volt power outlet in the back, old school cigarette style. I would think that they would put a USB back here, so I will mark that down as one other thing that I dislike possibly about the car. The fact that there's no USB. I mean, we're in the day and age that actually they're using now C-USBs, I think they're called, right? It's what the iPhones are coming with. A USB-C, excuse me. They're using USB-C. So USB-Cs is probably what I would like to see standard on all these vehicles, but I don't make them. I just make videos on them. So we're going to just close that, and we're just going to jump into the car real quick. I had to ask permission if I could take it around the block, right? So one great thing I love is this armrest. So I think this is also super important. Armrest down, and you can adjust it up if you like. If you want to go back down, you just kind of bring it all the way back up, and it'll fold all the way down. So that seems comfortable. Yes, we are going to put our seatbelt on because we have to practice safe driving at all times. So we're going to hit drive. One other thing I want to point out, and actually I'll show it as we're driving. We're going to kind of shut off the AC here so that we don't have that extra noise, and we can keep it really quiet and you can hear me. So we are now pulling out of the driveway, and I could already feel that this car's got quite a bit of pep. And here we go. So a little stop sign here. Very, very, very nice, comfortable, smooth ride. Good acceleration, pretty quiet. The engine's not whining out when it shifts gears. That's that CVT technology. Old school with that shift where you actually felt there's actually a school bus ahead of us, so we're just going to slow down, and we can go again. But very, very, very comfortable. We are going to make a right here just so we can kind of get away from this bus. Away from this bus, and we are driving through a very nice neighborhood. Good scenery, nice and quiet. Hearing a cell phone ding here and there, but that's just part of the our sound effects. Hopefully there's an outlet over here. So very, very comfortable, smooth ride. Handles bumps good. I do feel like our steering wheel's a little crooked here, but that could just be air in the tire. I didn't check that yet, but this should have been completely PDI'd. We're going to hit some bumps now. Nice and comfortable. Cameraman, how's it feel?
The seats are good. I like the bump balance, the reaction to the bumps. It's good.
See, in most videos you don't get to hear from the person actually holding the camera, and the truth is they're the true star here, right? They capture all the good footage, they capture the good sound, they capture the angles, and we're making a right here, and we're just going to get back to where we started. Like I said, I mean, I'm super impressed at the handling, at the feel, at the acceleration. We did not put this car on the highway, but I'm sure it performs well there too. And when we stop, I want to show you one more feature. Actually, here, I'll show it to you here. So These vehicles come equipped with auto off, and what that means is when you come to a complete stop and your car is idle for a couple of seconds, the engine basically cuts off. It's just a temporary cutoff, and when you release that brake, that engine starts up again and the car will take off. So I'm going to show you how to disable that, because that tends to annoy me, right? It almost feels like the car turns off, and if you have to take off in a hurry, then you sometimes get that little bit of jerk when you accelerate, when you hit the gas. So I'm going to show you how to disable that really quick. Just park this baby back here. So again, reverse. Wait till you hear that beep to acknowledge that it's in reverse, because you don't want to have a situation where you didn't put it in reverse. And we stop. So you see this button right here? So you see where it says A and it's got that circular arrow and it says off. So if I hit that, that's going to disable that auto off, so I wouldn't get that feature. Again, that's a simple review of the 2022 Honda Passport TrailSport. Very, very nice. Huge thumbs up, with only a couple of what we found to be negative. So you guys be absolutely amazing, and we'll see you in the next video.